Hi cats and kittens, it's Amy from Savor Salvage Scent and hope this finds you well. First of all, this channel is dedicated to mostly fragrance, collecting, obsession, education, sharing, and also an occasional DIY or other collecting kind of project. I hope if you haven't already joined us that you will subscribe to the channel. Perhaps give a thumbs up to this video if it's enjoyable to you, and I would love it if you would leave comments or suggestions or feedback. Some of you may know that I have been doing, among many other things, a series that is focused on the contributions of Black and Brown people to perfumery. The reason I have been doing this series is because over 30 years of collecting, I see a ton of people of the African and Latinex diaspora supporting the perfume market with their love and dollars. And I don't always see credit where credit is due, and strong paths to becoming entrepreneurs or noses. So this is an attempt just to learn more. I love learning about any cultures and their contributions to perfumery, and to lift up people who are, I think, really interesting and often under-recognized. So I am so excited to share this information with you today about a company, a niche house called, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, La Romantica. So it looks like aroma, La Romantica. Okay, so I learned about this house. I read about it, gosh, I think on Etsy and through a few other kind of perfume blogs, and it was kind of in the back of my mind as one that I wanted to explore soon. And kind of concurrently, I have been getting more into gourmand scents, which were kind of not my first love, but I'm starting to get into them more and more. And one of my favorite desserts in the world is Kulfi, which is an Indian dessert. For those of you who haven't had it, it's kind of like I would say kind of like an ice cream. It's not always frozen, it's usually frozen. And it's a super creamy dessert, and it often has the following notes, not all at the same time often, but sometimes it has, you know, in addition to the creamy flavor, it has a rose flavor. It could have cardamom. It could have orange flower, or like an orange rind or essence, and it could have saffron, a toasty kind of rice kind of flavor, any of these or all of the above. And it's just delicious. And so when I heard that there are a few houses kind of exploring the scent of Kulfi, I was like, oh boy. And then when I read that this company was, I was like, okay, this is going to be my intro. So I'll tell you a little bit about what I've learned about the company, what I ordered, and then my reaction to the scents and how they do on my skin. You know, like a lot of you, you know, this whole COVID thing, it is now August of 2020. We have been sheltering at place, or at least very careful due to the onset and rapid nature of COVID since mid-March. And I'm sure, like a lot of you, you know, there are days and even weeks when my spirits are okay. And, you know, I have to be honest, my parents were both really tried to raise self-sustainable kids and tried to get us to be very self-sufficient, you know, in our mind and with our projects and what we can do to pass a rainy day. So in some ways I feel like, you know, I'm doing okay. And then I'm sure all of us, depending on, you know, news of loved ones either that have been sick or passed, or just the kind of mental weight of this, you know, every once in a while I have a day or an evening that's just very hard. And I'll be honest, this last week has been tough. And so I am emotional almost, I would say, about the fact that this company, I just feel like their scents or her scents are just so beautiful and beyond what you smell on your skin. I mean, it's interesting. I would highly suggest, I'm going to put the information about the company below and how you can access their website or Etsy to find out more or purchase. But I would say this company it's far more than just a perfumer, this person. It's interesting when you read their page. First of all, I would highly suggest reading about them. Just the way they write about their company and their mission and what they intend to do is really beautiful. Like it came at the right time to read this for me. And the scents themselves I find to be on a spiritual level. They're just so beautiful. So yeah, I'm excited to share the experience with you so far. So I'm not exactly sure when the company started. It looks like the proprietor's name is Loreto Remsing, and she describes the company as being Latinex owned and operated, and that it's an artisan fragrance company. And I will show you what I've received in the last week, and beyond the fact that the perfumes are so beautiful, you can just see her approach to everything is thoughtful, beautiful. I so appreciate that. It's interesting because I feel like in the fragrance community, there have been conversations about like, how important is it, the look or the brand or that kind of thing. Well, I'm not looking for a company that consumes me with their brand. I work in the arts, so of course anything creative is always probably a little more appealing to me, but frankly, if the fragrance isn't great, perhaps, we're not going to look past how important or look into how important the marketing and the brand and the kind of communications are. But if the perfume's great, it certainly doesn't hurt. Like, I think it's really cool that this person, you can just tell, is so thoughtful. So it sounds like she's been working in, creating perfume for, I want to say, somewhere between 10, 16 or 18 years. And one of the things that I loved about the company, beyond this beautiful brand and experience, is their non-gendered fragrances, which I really appreciate, because I say over and over again, you like what you like. And I think these three that I have purchased and experienced, I think really demonstrate that. They're beautiful, and I can't imagine that there's almost anybody on my list who would want to wear them. Like, they're so beautiful. So, yeah, so. And I forgot to mention, the company is out of Novato, California. I'm not familiar. So, California. All right, so I ordered, I was really excited to try the Kulfi scent, and you can either purchase the scents in a essence or oil, kind of elixir format, and this is it. It's a 9 milliliter bottle. I don't know if you can see, it says Kulfi. Hi. So it's beautiful, high-grade, vegan, non-animal tested oil. Or you can purchase, I think it's a 30 or 50 milliliter bottle, spray bottle for like, I think somewhere around $60. So I would say pretty much going rate for an artisan perfume. So I intended to start with Kulfi, and then I read that there was a cream to go with it. And again, look how freaking gorgeous this is. It's a glass bottle. Almost reminds me of like a pharmacy, like a beautiful high-end pharmacy bottle. I think this was like 25 or 28, something like that. I'm so excited to have this in my office. So I ordered those, and then kindly, for each product you buy, she sends a sample. So I chose 2 samples, and I'm just as crazy about them. So exciting. So I'm going to talk to you about 3 scents, and I want to give you an idea of just how beautiful this box is. And for this reason, highly recommend for gift. Like, so beautiful. So it came in this gorgeous box. It had this like beautiful packing, and there's a card that it brands the company, and then a beautiful message on the back. And I'm sorry, this stuff means something to me. Like, it's made by hand, and it's meaningful. So that just moves me right from the beginning. The proprietor's card is in there. Beautiful. And then the beautiful products. And then I thought this was so cool. So all these years of testing perfumes, I've heard that or used coffee to kind of clear one's senses when you're getting overwhelmed or you're in between testing scents. They send this container, which is virgin lamb's wool. And it says, let's see, combats olfactory fatigue, for real. Sniff to reset your nose. And it's full of the wool. It's an interesting scent. I kind of like kind of animal-y, animalic scents. So anyways, that's a cool experience. And just, again, beautiful, thoughtful presentation. I will definitely be buying gifts at the holidays from this company. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 scents. So I'm going to start with Kulfi because that was what, you know, spurred me to get into this mess. Okay, so, all right. So Kulfi is $45 for a 9 milliliter bottle, or I think $60 for the larger perfume bottle. And the top notes are cardamom and saffron. The heart notes are coconut cream and vanilla bean. And the base note is Mysore sandalwood. It smells so nice, and it's on my skin. One of the things I'm interested in learning if it lasts longer, if I either get the perfume spray or layer it with what I have, because my only, I would say, not complaint, but just reservation is the scent. And I'm sure it's because it's made with natural ingredients, and so I don't think there's any better natural ingredient, but it fades within a few hours. So you'll be reapplying this. But oh my gosh, this scent is so beautiful. And it's interesting because it does not show orange or orange flower or orange rind as a note, but I get some of that. So let me tell you again what it smells like the minute I put it on my skin too. Man, you're gonna be walking around smelling like a delicious treat. That would be a hard time not taking a bite out of somebody with this on. Okay. This, I don't know how she did it. It literally smells just like the dessert. And what's cool about the dessert is it's not, you know, I find that Indian sweets are not cloyingly sweet like some American sweets. This is gorgeous. I will say when it's first on the skin, it smells a little more toasty, ricey than when it softens. And I love the rice vibe. I love that kind of smell. I get like, yeah, like a toastiness. Oh my God. And then when it dries down, you start to get, she apparently worked on like a saffron accord, and it's beautiful. Which I'm sure also isn't cheap. Like, I think there's a reason that these have the price tag they do, because they're really beautifully made. And then this like little bit of orange comes out. Definitely you get the vanilla bean. The sandalwood just, I think, gives it like a toastiness or an earthiness for me. But there's this creaminess. It is so gorgeous, you guys. Like, it is so beautiful. It's, to me, a high-end, sophisticated, artsy gourmand. And I mean, again, right down to the marketing in the bottle. It is so great. Like, can't say enough about it. So there's Kulfi. Run, don't walk. It's awesome. All right. Next is one of the samples that I tried, which is called Brocade. Same price, $45 for 9 milliliter, $60 for a bottle. The top notes are yuzu and peach nectar. The heart notes are jasmine, carnation, and rose. I'm soon to do both a series on rose and a series on carnation. Carnation is one of my favorite scents, so I was excited it was in here. And then the base notes are ambergris, which must be vegan version, sandalwood, and myrrh. So, Brocade, she describes, I believe, as a like floriental blend, and it's beautiful. Where do I have Brocade? Here, okay. I tested these out earlier, and then I also, did them on scent strips. So perfect description, floriental. So floral, but definitely has some of the things that perfume makers call oriental, which are like resins, often resins and scents-y kind of vibe. Sandalwood. I can't really pull out exactly the florals. I mean, I'm a jasmine lover, and so the fact that jasmine and carnation are in here, great. I don't get a lot of rose. I would definitely say I get a little more jasmine and carnation than rose. You smell a little bit of the yuzu and peach nectar because it gives it like just a little bit of fruitiness. So really it's kind of like a fruity floriental, but really, really gorgeous. Again, Brocade, perfectly described, beautiful scent. And then last but not least, Hello Delicious is the name of it. And that is how you are going to smell. And that is what people are going to think about you when you have it on. And that is the kind of gift you could give somebody. So, Hello Delicious, same price, $45 for 9 milliliter oil, or $60 for a bottle. The top notes are macrot lime. I'm not familiar with that. I wonder if it's, oh shoot, there's another kind of lime. Anyways, key lime and galbanum, which is a resiny kind of thing. Heart note is jasmine, and the base note is white musk. This is one of those scents that I would say is greater than the sum of its parts. So, not a long list of notes. My God. My God, my God. Is this gorgeous? Okay. So, where is Hello Delicious? I actually want to reapply it to my skin. Here we are. Okay. This is, oh my God, it's so good. And this is one I would say super original. I don't have anything that smells just like it. Okay, so here's what's so cool to me about this. This is a This is a jasmine prominent scent. I'm crazy about jasmine, so that totally works for me. Here's what's so cool about it. It's jasmine with lime, multiple kinds of lime. Lime can get screechy sometimes. I love lime, but it can get screechy. The combination of the type of limes that she used with this jasmine and then the musk to give it a muskiness, like a little bit of an animalic nature. Oh my God, it's so good. And to me, Delicious is perfect because it describes the limey kind of foodie kind of quality that it has, but it's so much deeper than that. Like the galbanum, the musk gives it, like, I would say a sensuous, like, deliciousness. It is freaking gorgeous. I can't imagine, you know, it's funny, lime is often used in like fougères, which are often associated with men in barbershops. But this is a modern interpretation of lime. But I think it's just familiar enough that, like, to me this straddles, it's a perfectly unisex fragrance. I can't imagine a man or a woman who wouldn't want to smell like this. It smells incredible. So I came in for the Kulfi. I'm staying for the Hello Delicious. It's amazing. So highly recommend this company. Again, I'll put their information below. I would love to hear more from you if you have experienced any purveyors or noses who are of the Latinex background. What an experience I've had in this company. And I'm so excited to learn and share more. So please, again, leave feedback, give this video a thumbs up. And I am a lifelong learner, and I would love to continue to learn from you. So I hope you'll stay connected. Thanks so much. Talk soon. Have a great day. Bye.